Hi everyone. Let me spotlight Guy and myself so you can see both of us. So, at this point, all of you know me, and if you don't yet, it's too late.
But you're awesome.
We're here. We're here for you to all get to know Guy Ben David, who is our new Shaliach. He'll be coming here early August. I have prepared questions to ask him, but if any questions come that you have, please put them in the chat. I'll ask all of you to mute yourselves while we're having this conversation, this interview. And if you have any questions, put it in the chat. If you have a problem with the chat, towards the end, I'll let you open your mics if any of you are really struggling. But please, let's make this, not too long or tedious, like that, like a fun conversation. So without further ado, hi Guy, shalom.
Shalom.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, where are you from? What's your family like?
So I was born in Jerusalem. At the age of 13, my family moved to Anatot. It's like a settlement inside the West Bank, but it's very close to Jerusalem. It's like actually like 5 minutes of driving from there. It's placed on a cliff, and it's at the bottom of the cliff. There's a really nice springs and brooks, and it's just beautiful over there. My family, my mom is a project manager, and she's my boss. We work as IT people. My dad is supervisor for constructions all over Jerusalem. My brothers, I have an older brother. He's 2 years older than me. He studies in the university. He studies media. And my younger brother is 16 years old, 10 years of difference. He's still in high school.
That's really cool. So you said you were working for your mom or with your mom. What
with my mom at the it's like a company that gives service to a lot of organizations all over Israel.
That's really cool. So in IT, that's
the
office could use that.
Yeah. Anytime.
What were you doing in the military? Like everyone in Israel, you went through military service. What was your part?
So in the army, I was at the Air Force. I had two roles actually. The first one, I was an Apache aircraft electrical engineer. The second one, I was the commander of the band of the base that we had. So I had two roles, and it was really fun. So I moved between one and the other all the time. So it was really fun making music while doing the army. It made the whole experience a lot easier and much more fun.
That's really cool. So a question from Pam, and also I had that question. Like, what made you go on Shlichut in general, and like specifically, like New Hampshire? Why did you pick us?
Well, after being in a summer camp, I realized how much I love America. And after living in Israel for 26 years, I realized how much I love Israel. So at first I thought that the best thing to do about it is go on to Taglit, but it was only 5 days. It was too short. I felt like no change has happened. And then I decided to go on the Shlichut. The reason I went, the reason it happened now is that I worked for 5 years after the army nonstop. I did all the things I did were for myself, and I felt that there's too much potential inside of me to give to others that I just not using. And I felt like I should give for myself to others, and I thought this is the right time to do it after doing all this stuff for myself. And the last reason is that I feel like the last step to accomplish my true love for Israel is actually seeing it from the outside and take another look, not from the inside. It's very easy to look at it from the inside, but um, I want to change other people's opinion about Israel, not only inside of it. I think it's very important.
That's
Um, the reason I went to New Hampshire, actually, I got a lot of suggestions from Legal in the last few months. I remember I was very locked on New York, and she kept telling me, New York is just not for you. And at first, I just didn't understand what she said and why she said that. But eventually, I realized that New York has a lot of big communities, that the Shaliach is just a part of the community and doesn't do much. You just have to be present. He's like the celebrity that is only present, but the community does everything. And I wanted to do more than just being present. I wanted to, instead of going to a party, I want to make the party happen. Instead of um, instead of just going to some, I don't know, a tefillah, just make the tefillah, doing all by myself. Take it to my own hands. So Legal kept telling me that New Hampshire is the best place to do it. And I came over. I don't know if anyone knows, except for Judith. I've been there 3 months ago, and it was 2 months ago. Yeah, and it was really, really nice. I love the place, the apartment, the office, and the people in the community that I met. They were so cool. It's a privilege to see the place before you go for 2 years.
Yeah, it was a fun weekend when you came up here. It was short and sweet.
Yeah.
So you're moving here. It's a big commitment. Is like, what do you feel like you'll be missing most in Israel, and what are you most looking forward for here?
I think I'll miss the most my family. Obviously my parents and my grandparents, my uncles, my whole family actually. Also my friends. But also miss the small things like, Israeli root beer, cottage cheese, Israeli cottage cheese, good hummus, and I think especially live Israeli shows. I love it. I love Israeli music more than anything. Um, I think that the first thing I'm looking forward to is the cold weather. I'm a pretty big person. I'm getting hot pretty quick, and I need cold uh, weather around me. It's the best for me. I hate when it's hot. When it's hot, I hate Tel Aviv. I only spend my time in Jerusalem because it's always hot over there. Too much for me. Also, one of the reasons I never went to Florida. Um, the second thing is that I want to do is that I'm looking forward to is experiencing United States outside of the big city. Most of my time in America, I experienced in New York. It's a pretty big city, and it doesn't really represent America. I think there's a lot of difference between, you know, New York and New Hampshire, and you can see it not only in the place itself, but also in the people. Different people, different vibe, different, um, just different, Um, yeah, that's
You'll get a bunch of cold weather. Don't worry, and
that's good.
then people are going to tell you that, oh, don't you regret what you said that you want cold weather? And the answer is no, I don't regret wanting cold weather. I enjoyed it.
I
Um,
can't wait.
so what you're saying, you want to show Americans, people that don't know much about Israel, like the real Israel, your Israel. Could you share, like, explain a little bit about that? What about Israel do you want to share with the New Hampshire community? And this is your whole shlichut in one question, but basically, in general, what
Yeah.
excites you?
Well, I think I want to share my point of view about Israel. Like the same way I want to look at it from the outside, I want other people to look at it from the inside, you know? So both facts or opinions, um, I'll answer everyone, any question they'll have, I'll be happy to answer it. Um, I think I think I want to bring my knowledge about almost every topic that there is in Israel, and I want to answer as many questions as possible. So don't be afraid to ask all the time, even if it's a hard subject. I'm down.
That's great. Having those tough conversations. It's important.
Yeah.
Going to a little lighter move. What are you said you played music, and Melissa asked what kind of instruments you play, and also like any special talents or hobbies that you have that we could showcase to the community.
So I play the guitar. That's my main instrument. I also play bass guitar, piano, and drums. I like to record my songs, sometimes perform, do little shows, for free, for fun. I like it. Being on the stage, it's very fun. Um, a hobby, I'd say astronomy. That's also one of the reasons I really want to go to New Hampshire. I heard you have like really dark sky at night, which is really a really good place to watch the stars. Um, yeah, that's
Cool.
and I'm really good at giving interesting, fun lectures.
Oh, so
Yeah.
if you heard Mr. President from Eschaim is going to invite you and others as well. That's cool. Yeah. So a musician in the community, that's going to be fun. I know a lot of synagogues that have musical Shabbats and musical just programs they put together.
Mhm.
That's going to be fun for you. I wasn't able to. I was able to sing. It just people ran away from services when that would happen. So how are you preparing for your move to New Hampshire? Like what's on your to-do list before, basically in a month and a half coming here?
Well, mostly I keep thinking, what are the best things to pack that make me feel like home over there? Mm, I think I'll take my guitars, obviously, my record player and all the records, and probably my recording equipment, just for fun, you know, everything music related. That's what I'm gonna pack. Besides that, I know I think I haven't fully comprehended that I'm actually moving. It's a pretty big thing, and speaking to the others to him, no one does. Like no one comprehended it fully.
Yeah, it's not really. I can say like on the other side, it's not real yet that I'm leaving. Like I don't think it's sunk in that in 3 weeks I'm on a flight back to Israel. So we have some kids that sent in questions. I'll ask those and then I'll go to the chat.
Mhm.
So what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
I'm gonna break some hearts because I don't like ice cream. Uh, I know.
Is it too
Um,
late to say no, Allison?
but I'm always down for some crepes, cheesecakes, lemon pies. I'm always down for that.
Okay, you're rehired. It's okay. So I think I know the answer to this, but have you ever been in snow other than fake Israeli snow?
Well, Jerusalem snow doesn't really count if you
Right.
can call that 4 inches snow. No, actually, no, except our little hike in the White Mountains. Me and you,
Oh,
we
that wasn't
stepped
snow either.
we
No,
stepped up on a little ice, but no, I cannot call it snow. No, I want to experience real snow.
that's cool. You will. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite Hebrew slang word?
I'd say it's tachlis or dugri, which means like, let's put cards on the table. Let's talk like straightforward. Let's not go around. Just tell me what you think. I'll tell you what I think. Very straightforward. I like it. I think it represents the Israeli character the best. Like, be straightforward, not being afraid of, you know, negative answers or something. I think it's the Israeli chutzpah.
That's great. Yeah, I love that word. Let's talk. Let's talk tachlis.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
let's
talk
talk.
tachlis. Yeah.
Melissa was asking what we had instruments we answered, but what summer camp did you work at when you were in a summer camp?
Oh, I went to Ramah, Wisconsin. I was a music counselor over there, and I was leading. I was a song leader too, doing prayers and in the dining room, and you know, whenever they wanted me to. I loved it.
That's great. And Ruth asked if you keep kosher. Maybe it's maybe a bigger question to your religious background, if you have any.
I have a religious background, but I don't keep Shabbat anymore. And also, like, I eat kosher meat, like a chicken and beef, but I don't need like a kosher certificate. But I won't eat shrimps or ham or anything like that.
So what we call in the US kosher style.
Yeah, kosher style. Also, not mixing between dairy and meat. Yeah.
So Pam asked, I think we kind of answered that, and like, but let's see if there's any more you want to add to that with what qualities do you think you bring to the community of New Hampshire? What qualities do you have?
I think that I could say positivity. I have very positive point of view for almost anything, not in a bad way necessarily. If any of you know Ted Lasso, it's a character that I'm really like. I feel like we're the same person. You know, I can be positive in some places that I shouldn't be positive at, and it's a quality that a lot of people told me, Guy, you need to relax and lower your, how do you call it, curb your enthusiasm. Yeah.
Curb your enthusiasm, yeah.
Yeah, Larry David. But yeah, no, I'm always positive, always enthusiastic about stuff. Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
That's great. Larry asked, where did you learn English? Like, because your English it's really good.
Oh, thank you. Well, my family lives in New York, in Great Neck, the whole Persian community. They used to visit Israel in the summers when I was a kid, so I didn't really practice with them because my English was really bad. But when I came to America the first time, it was only 4 years ago. After the camp, I traveled alone for 6 months, and I had no choice but speaking English with local people. There was no Hebrew options, or so I just, kept talking for 6 months straight, only English, and it worked, and the accent came with it.
Real immersive experience. Now you're gonna have 2 years. You'll
Oh
you'll
yeah.
have a Boston accent by the time you leave.
Boston, the departed.
Martin, that question was answered, but in general, Guy was in the Air Force, and there's an interesting story to that, so what he did there. Steve is asking, and he has an ulterior motive to that question. Do you like to kayak?
I love to kayak. Every morning at Camp Ramah. I can't hear you clapping, Steve. Can you turn on your mic? Yeah, so at Camp Ramah every morning, 5 a.m. I used to wake up and do kayaking for about an hour. It's relaxing and it's fun. I love it. I can't wait to kayak again.
Well, after I finish with you, I'm going kayaking this afternoon.
Well, okay.
I live on a
coming.
lake, which you can see right behind me.
I'm on my way. I'm coming.
Yes, he lives on a beautiful lake, and it's great. He's very welcoming to invite you to
Wow.
kayaking. Any other questions or anything else that you want to know about Guy? If you don't have questions, you can, spam the chat with, wishes and words of excitement for him coming here. If there's anything else you want to add, Allison, or
I just want to add that we are busy booking his calendar for his arrival. So if anyone is interested in hosting him for Shabbat dinner or to just take him out the first few weeks he's there, I'm going to put my email in the chat and to shoot me an email. We'll get you on the calendar so that you can officially welcome Guy to New Hampshire when he arrives.
I want to officially have his welcoming kayak anytime he wants.
Thank you, Steve. Pat also with an ulterior motive question. Do you like films? Pat is in charge of our film festival.
Well, that's a tough question. Actually, I only like films by Quentin Tarantino and Marvel movies, but I am down and I am open to new experiences.
Pat, you're gonna have to reform him. It's gonna be fun. What do you think of the trailer? I assume you're meaning Fauda. What do you think about? Did you watch the TV show Fauda?
Oh yeah, I watched all of it.
What did you
The
think
fourth
about it?
season was it was okay. It was less than okay, to be honest, but I liked it. I think it represents the whole story of Israel and the Palestinians pretty good.
And Linda said, like, what's your family background? Like, what she said, your family is Persian. What's your like, where is your family from? They're originally from?
So my grandpa and grandma on my mom's side, they were born in Mashhad. It's a city in old Persia, Iran today. They came to Israel in the 60s and 70s. They got married here. It was really cute. But most of my grandma's brothers and sisters, they moved to America. So most of my family, they live in America. And only 2 or 3 of her, there are like 12 sisters and brothers. So only 2 or 3 of them moved to Israel. So it's a small family here and all the others live over there. So it's always very fun to go there and see everyone. It's pretty big. On my dad's side, my grandpa, he was born in Israel, but his roots are Persian too. And my grandma, she also was born in Israel, but her roots are Syrian. Halabi, if you know what it is. It's like an area in Syria. She cooks really good food.
Martin, you had something you wanted to say?
Yeah, Shalom, Guy. This is Martin Kessel, and next to me is my wife, Gail Robinson. And we're actually in Israel right now at Machon Weizmann.
Oh,
And
wow.
back in New Hampshire on Wednesday. And we're really looking
Wow.
forward to coming up to the most northern congregation in New Hampshire, the Bethlehem Hebrew congregation. And we promise you plenty of kayaking, plenty of hiking, plenty of music, and plenty of movies. And we hope
Wow.
skiing one day too. So,
Wow.
Baruch Haba.
Martin, I
Wow.
just sent David an email about Sukkot, so hopefully he'll get back to me next week to get
Thanks.
him there.
Thank you, Alison. Yeah, great.
Martin, that sounds amazing, and I can't wait to come. And if you want to grab some coffee this week, I'll be down for that.
We're leaving Tuesday morning, so that won't be
Tuesday
possible.
morning.
But
Yeah.
we have a
so
wonderful
no.
cafe in Bethlehem called Maya Papaya, and you will definitely be wine there. Ask Ra'anan, he knows all about it.
All
Great
right.
place. Yeah, you always need to be strategic with Bethlehem. You need to go there during the fall and spend as much time as you can during the fall there, because it's the most beautiful part of, I think, the world at that time.
Wow.
There was a question about, like, what are you planning to do for Hebrew school and those kind of things. We're not going to put you on the spot. You're here and you'll be here in about a month or 2 months. You'll start working, and that's, with what we've heard today. There's going to be amazing things coming to the community with your enthusiasm and skills of music, with talking. So we're looking forward to that. Any else coming in? Any questions? Any comments, remarks, requests, invites? But I say invites, like Allison said, like one of the best things that I landed here and I was surrounded by so much warmth of people inviting me, whether it's for dinner or just a coffee, just, you know, calling me up, introducing yourself and saying, you know, hi, I'm this, and that. Like, please give Guy that same warm welcome you gave me. And if you want to reach out to schedule something in advance, it's through Allison.